Howdy YouTube, Crazy Irish Medic here today, and I want to go over real quickly why I carry a revolver for my everyday carry. And it's pretty simple. I carry a revolver because I have a relatively serious medical condition that makes it a necessity. Back when I was doing fire EMS full-time, I had someone rear-end my ambulance. And when they did this, we were on the highway and it was a pretty serious accident. It was bad enough that if you ever see a box ambulance with a big box on the back, it's a pickup truck, but literally a box bolted on the back. That box is held on by 6 or 8 bolts, depending on the make and model. My box from mine had completely sheared off. Those bolts had all sheared, and the box was in the cab with me where I was. So that should give you an idea of how bad the accident was. And it really messed up my back. Now, I've mostly, through surgeries and physical therapy, gotten back to fully functional, and that's why I'm now able to volunteer with my local fire department now. I cannot do fire EMS full-time anymore, but I do volunteer, and I help out where I can, especially with teaching. But one problem I do have is occasionally my nerve will act up. I have multiple pinched nerves in my back, both the sciatic nerve and up by my neck. And so there are days my hands don't function properly. And depending on how bad it gets, there are times where I can't even rack the slide on an automatic or even hold it with enough grip to keep it from malfunctioning. If you know much about automatics, there's something called a limp wrist malfunction. When you're not holding the firearm tightly enough, the slide cannot cycle properly and it will have malfunction. Guess what does not have the issues of a limp wrist malfunction? A revolver. Guess what doesn't have a slide you have to pull back? A revolver. So with this, what I can do is, on my good days, I can carry full power 3.7 Magnum cartridges, such as this Buffalo bore right here. If it starts getting worse throughout the day, I always have 38 specials on me. So if you watch my EDC video, you'll probably see that I have a speed strip with 8 rounds of 38 special, this one right here. So this is some plus P Hydra shocks. So if my nerve starts acting up a little bit, I'll swap to this. Even plus P's out of this heavy end frame are not bad at all. But then there are days that it gets really, really bad, and even this is too much. Literally, there are some days that even with this performance center trigger that has the spring kit in it, I can't do this double action. It can get that bad. So on those days, I will throw in these, which I carry in my everyday carry bag for this exact reason. This is Hornady 90 grain 38 special light ammunition. This stuff is typically meant for people of smaller stature who are recoil sensitive. It doesn't do the greatest in gel. It's right at 12 inches in gel. We're talking about literally the bare minimum here. But out of this gun, it feels like I'm shooting a 22 Magnum. So I can throw this in there. And this is why all my guns have single action available to them. And then I will fire them in single action. Because yes, it can get so bad that even this trigger right here, which is phenomenal, I can't pull. So I will put this in single action, paired with some 90 grain light ammunition, and I will still be able to defend myself and my family if it comes to that. But thankfully, that is not the most common thing to happen to me. That maybe happens once or twice a month where it gets that bad. But that is why I carry a revolver. Because of its versatility, I'm able to use this exact same gun no matter how bad my nerves are, just by switching the ammunition and using it in a different fashion. But that's why I carry a revolver.